review what the Duke and Duchess have said about your book and you as a commentator and a journalist. Mr. Bauer's commentary has long crossed the line from criticism into fixation. He has made a career out of constructing ever more elaborate theories about people he does not know and has never met. Those interested in facts will look elsewhere. Those seeking to arrange conspiracy and melodrama know exactly where to find him.
Well, they can find it from the Meghan in her deeply, deeply dishonest interview with Oprah Winfrey and the deeply dishonest series on Netflix. They can read it in Harry's autobiography Spare, written by a ghostwriter, which is absolutely appalling, filled with inaccuracies and I'd say outside lies as well. And therefore, I'm not at all going to be, let me finish, I'm not going to be criticised by Meghan and Harry who construct fiction and portray it as fact. My book is fact. My book is very well sourced, very hard researched. And if you say just because you haven't met them, then on that basis, you can never write about Adolf Hitler because you haven't met him either. That's ridiculous criticism.
Can I ask a question?
Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So yeah, I just got finished watching another excellent video by TRG. And yeah, this is our second go around with the Tom Bauer book. But anyways, to watch this, if you watch this whole interview, be warned, it's triggering, depending on different levels of triggering you may have to it. But it's quite obvious throughout the interview that they were so rude, these two ITV people, Kat Deely and Marcus. Oh no, that's I should talk about in the background pictures. Never mind. I don't know who are these people called. Somebody left a comment, I think. I don't know their name. Oh, Ben Shepherd is one of them. Well, anyways, these two talking heads, they were so rude to Tom Bauer, like so unprofessional. They didn't even name the title of the book at the very end. Tom Bauer's like, the title of the book is Betrayal, by the way. They didn't even mention the title of the book. They just went in on the attack. And I was thinking about, I was like, whoa, here we go again. So, it reminds me of another interview, how rude and abrasive and insulting they were to Tom Bauer. Who, unlike them, is a barrister, is way more educated than these two clowns here, these two globalists, puppets, that just, this is what the mainstream media is all about, though. They're just spewing out whatever they're told to. They don't do any thinking or research or anything. But I did have a little bit of deja vu. There's this one that was also spewing Meghan's nonsense and attacking Angela Levin. We all know how Meghan and her Sussex squad attack her constantly.
Can't tell me out of two pictures that I've got something wrong.
Well, it sounds like you've got a vendetta against Meghan Markle. That's what it sounds like. You sound like, Angela, with respect, you sound like a troll. You sound like a social media troll. Everything you can point out that's incorrect.
Very rude. You don't call someone a troll with respect. That's without respect.
No, it is with respect.
Let me talk about something else. Abigail Spencer, who is also...
Yeah, so the entire interview was like that. He was attacking her, trying to discredit her again. So it's like Harry and Meghan and the globalist buddies, they own the media. And that's how, why they fire, I guess, Piers Morgan and Dan Wooten and everything. Because all Harry and Meghan want are puppets like this regurgitating their nonsense. But what I found interesting about the Tom Bauer attack on him by ITV, what I found interesting about this recent interview is that the last time Tom Bauer published a book, Harry and Meghan said nothing, right? It's complete silence. But this time they decide for the first time in how many years, it's like they're changing their tactics slightly and doing more to provoke and create drama, create divisiveness. And, Harry and Meghan, so they're like escalating it little by little. First they say nothing, then they have their talking heads on the mainstream media platforms that they obviously control with the royal family. And what next? I guess the next step escalating, Harry and Meghan will come out and start attacking them directly. But they both had the common theme of accusing. I mean, that interview with Angela Levin, he called her a troll, And in this interview, these two referred to anybody online who spoke about Harry and Meghan, any commentator, as all trolls, just noise online. Now, this, of course, goes back to the cognitive warfare where they're always trying to emotionally manipulate you and provoke you. And they're going out of their way, right? I mean, these to watch the performance of these talking heads on TV, it's obvious, they are wanting to get ratings and brouhaha and get people emotionally reacting to it. Because, of course, that brings on more hate, which Harry and Meghan love, provoking hate in people. And this is how they're doing it, and it's continuing on. So, again, just a continuation of the cognitive warfare with the way that these interviews are being conducted in such, abrasive, disrespectful ways. Harry and Meghan, it's funny that they keep attacking the British media because Harry and Meghan really seem to control it, for the most part. I guess there's only one they don't control, and Harry's suing the shite out of it, right? It's like they obviously control these talking heads, and at the same time they claim to be victims of the British media. And you should just watch some of the Sussex Squad videos, the way they go after these people. I mean, really disrespectful and harsh and mean and juvenile and just evil. So it's interesting, again, that both of the sets of talking heads always refer to people online, those trolls online, that noise. So they're dragging us into this, again, more provoking emotional reaction from commentators online. So it's not only attacking Tom Bauer, but attacking us as well. Very much more psychological abuse from Harry and Meghan is how I would describe it. And I think it's accurate. I think this is all part of their warfare. Their cognitive warfare with NATO. From tanks to tweets, as TRG referred to. I only found that clip about it from that's what the head of NATO said in a speech in 2017, 2019, how they are attacking us via social media, and Harry and Meghan are their poster boy and girl. So at the end of the day, they're really instigating people online in this saga and bringing in the divisiveness, again, of the pro or anti Harry and Meghan created drama. But I just want to comment just the strategy of Harry and Meghan and how they're little by little escalating things. Because there's been several books written about them, Lady C, him, other people. And Harry and Meghan never said a word. And now suddenly, for the first time in 2026, now they're speaking out with this, statement that is, very insulting, very disrespectful, calling him fixated and obsessed, Harry and Meghan trying to give the impression that they're so fascinating and whatnot, and trying to portray anyone, as Harry and Meghan put themselves in the media constantly, trying to portray anyone over the years of watching them as fixated, when obviously they're the ones fixated with being in the media constantly. And of course, all of this leads to Harry and Meghan's censorship campaign as well, where they just want to shut up all those trolls. How dare they? Oh, and with the digital ID. Well, now, it's all these faceless, he even said faceless trolls out there. In other words, there should be a digital ID, was insinuated. They didn't say it, but that's the insinuation, that everybody should be forced to use a digital ID like in communist China, so it can get you all on the digital system. So again, Harry and Meghan provoke controversy with the support of their communist controlled and communist people in the mainstream media on ITV and Talk TV, in order to push in another way for people to be forced to be identified on the internet so they can be tracked and traced wherever they are. And of course, Harry and Meghan can go after them if they don't like what you say. And that is the whole basis of the social credit score system is if you say something the government doesn't like or Harry and Meghan doesn't like, they can lower your credit score, your social credit score, and potentially get you debanked and not able to work and kicked out of your home and be homeless. Because that's what it's all about at the end of the day. And all of this is just leading to it. And Harry and Meghan continue to escalate. So we just got to sit around and wait. Because now that Harry and Meghan are making statements now, it's going to lead, and they're using their talking heads, helping them. The next step, of course, is going to be Harry and Meghan themselves coming out and responding. I mean, I don't know if they'll do that with Tom Bauer. I don't know how quickly their strategy is with this, how quick they're going to move, but they are moving it up and up a notch as time goes on. So it's only a matter of time for either this book or the next book where Harry and Meghan may actually come out and say something in one of their AI videos or something. So I just thought that was kind of interesting, and just another illustration, a current illustration of the cognitive warfare of Harry and Meghan.